Here is the area of this. Was that a public report or a radar report? Do you remember on that, Charles?
That is a radar report.
Okay, so no confirmed touchdowns in Oldham County, but here's Interstate 71, here's LaGrange. Right in this area here is a possible tornado, and you know, this is Clark County here, and I would tell folks in extreme eastern Clark County to be on the lookout. Yeah. We're getting reports of golf ball size hail there. Be on the lookout for a possible tornado in eastern Clark County. Chris, go ahead and change it over to Trimble County real quick, because this one cell, here is the county line there.
Right, it's moving rapidly to the northeast.
We're going into Trimble County here. Yeah, it's moving right up the river, but the possible tornado, again, is on the Kentucky side of the river, and again, it's going to come up here in just a second here. We've got to wait for the radar to go.
The area near Charlestown would be one of the areas we want to watch out.
Yeah, I'd say just east of Highway 62 in Clark County. What's that new warning, Charles?
Now, the Weather Service has now changed that from a tornado warning to a severe thunderstorm warning.
For Oldham and
Trimble County. Okay. They say no tornadoes in that area, but severe thunderstorms are moving through.
Okay. That's one of the ones I came through on the way in here a few minutes ago, and I can tell you that the winds were extremely high, and of course there was some small hail associated with it as well. So,
and there it is, the leading edge just into southwest Trimble County, and there's the southern edge of that other big storm that's been producing some hail up in the Madison and Milton's on the southern edge of that there.
Right now it looks like this entire cell that we're watching is going to be making its way to the northeast, so it's going to make its way through Trimble County into Carroll County, and once again, folks around Madison and Jefferson County, Indiana, you're going to see part of this coming up your way as well as it makes its way to the northeast. The winds inside this system are quite intense, and you can see how quickly this thing is building up here. As the radar, it only takes it about a minute to circle all the way around, and you can see how the returns start to show up so rapidly moving to the northeast. This thing is moving very quickly. It has vivid lightning associated with it, and it's striking on both sides of the river through here as it makes its way to the northeast, and of course some very intense, heavy rainfall associated with it as well. Once again, it's just to the west of I-71 at this point, so it's right along River Road and making its way up along the river, and will continue making its way to the northeast. This is just one more cell that we've had to deal with over the past hour and a half or so as the severe weather has been moving on into the area. Let's go ahead and take a look at graphics one. Is that one ready, Chris? Okay. We'll take a look at it right now and see the line of thunderstorms that's making its way through the area. The heavier areas, once again, to pinpoint for you, we're talking about this particular cell making its way into Trimble County, out of Oldham County, Marion County, this particular cell making its way to the northeast, and of course back on down to the southwest, and much of this area actually just to the east of the Bowling Green area, beyond the Wave 3 viewing area, but we are on cable in a few of these areas down here, so we're looking at some pretty strong storms moving toward the Glasgow area, and then back out to the west, another line of thunderstorms that will be approaching much of southern Indiana over the next hour or so. This particular cell is looking quite intense as it's making its way to the east, so we're going to watch this one very closely. It's approaching Orange County right now, so moving into the Paoli area. Washington County, you'll be seeing that one pretty soon, and the areas back out to the west, Harrison County, Crawford County, watch out for this one too. We'll keep an eye on that as it gets a little bit closer and comes into your area. That one's looking like it's got a pretty good spin on it there, John.
Yeah, although it's showing less red, we've had no new warnings recently. Let's switch back to our other radar here. This is Jefferson County, Indiana. Here's Madison, here's Hanover. Chris, can you flash that level 6 there on the little keyboard? Hang on, new warning. That must be this. Yeah, okay, that's the new warning coming out there. It looks like it's just north of Madison and then northeast between DuPont and Madison. Again, this storm is producing golf ball size hail. And again, we cannot emphasize enough, Craig, on a night that has seen at least 3 tornadoes in the area with significant damage in some communities. Any of these thunderstorms has the potential to become tornadic. So, we're not through the storms yet, but we want to emphasize the fact that as the thunderstorm activity continues to move across the region this evening, if conditions appear to be unusually threatening, if you can hear the roar, of course, it's dark now, and at night it's especially tough. Don't wait for the warnings to be issued. We're trying to get this information out as fast as we can, and there have been several cases where we've had reports of the tornadoes on the air, before the warning was issued here. So we are concerned at Jefferson County at this point, and of course you've been running down all the other tornado warnings.
Yeah, the warnings that we've had so far. What damage have you heard of? And
okay, we've had a touchdown in Elizabethtown with at least 1 home destroyed, a number of others damaged. Ring Road area, a touchdown. We had several shoppers at the Walmart in E-Town. Saw 2 funnel clouds pass right overhead, the Walmart Supercenter on Dixie Highway there in E-Town. There's been evidently quite a bit of damage either in Rineyville or just southeast of Rineyville. And then again, that's in Hardin County. And then the southern storm, again, that same one also, the same one in, I've had no damage reports out of Nelson County yet. Do you have something new there?
Let's see, nothing new. This was the earlier one from Hardin County, the tornado that was on the ground there.
Yeah. And then we have the further one south in Bonneville, Magnolia, Kentucky. In fact, let's switch back over to the other radar here. Again, we're naming these towns here. Chris, pull us out on the view on that there. We'll go to a wider view on that. Okay, we're talking about this other storm. Here's Louisville. So this is pretty far south, but reported from Bonneville through Magnolia, and then now there's that current tornado in the New Market area of Marion County. South of the Lebanon area. And now it looks like this other tornado producer has moved out of Nelson County, but see, you get the new activity developing, and any one of these, they're fairly, again, we have the light rain taken off. We're just showing the moderate to heavy to extreme precipitation, but any of these can develop into a large hail producer. Angela, do you have any updated reports to pass along for us?
I just remembered, John, that you had mentioned in Bonneville some overturned vehicles, so that to add to that.
You know, and that brings me back to mind to Bullitt County last year. I remember that was one of the first reports we got in last year in Bullitt County was vehicles overturning the interstate. Here we are tonight down in Bonneville, which is not too far down 65 from there. Vehicles overturned. And what else did you have there?
Well, many people are not seeing any tornadic activity, but are seeing lots of hailstones. Marion County seeing some marble-sized hail right now. Goshen, Kentucky, seeing some hail and rain, no real strong winds yet. But as you mentioned, John, oftentimes there are reports of very severe weather, sometimes before there are even warnings that have come out on the air yet.
Well, it's one of those nights, Angela. You know, we have like 3 separate lines moving across. We're getting numerous reports in. And I tell you what, we're at, okay, we're about 10 till now, and we're not going to clear eastern Nelson on that tornado warning yet. Okay, we're going to take a break here. We're going to take a break, get some updated weather information for you, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the latest on the tornado situation around Wayne County.